Hello there, Pisces. Michele B here. I'm going to bring you some love messages for this month's Mercury Retrograde. Find out what you need to know and some advice about how to go forward. Stay tuned. We'll get started. Okie dokie, Pisces. Here I am in Charlie Bird. My trusty old truck, my trusty old Ford F-150. I got a little tickle in my nose. My hair keeps falling forward into my face. Ugh. Anyway, out and about, enjoying Memorial Day. Decided to pull over to this lovely park in the shade and the quiet so that I could bring you your retrograde love messages. Here we go. Here we go. It's our day off, right? I'll see if I can get these videos out for you tonight. Well, those are the ones I wanted to come out. All right, Pisces, here we go. Remember that these messages are not for all the Pisces out there. If you resonate with it, great. If you don't, all right. Well, Devil's been coming up a lot. Whew. Devil's, this is like the fourth or fifth reading in this set. That's the way it goes. Like we got a lot of High Priestess, we got a lot of Wheel of Fortunes, and we got a lot of the Devil that came up. And I feel like in your case, it's like somebody from the past. You're like thinking about somebody from the past. What do I do about that person from the past? This person could be like, this is some really strong earth energy. The Devil can represent Capricorn, and the Page of Pentacles can represent a Taurus. If there's a Taurus in your life from before, you've been thinking about them. You're thinking about reaching back. It's like... It's obsessive. What it is, it's what's happening there. It's like an obsessive kind of thing. You don't know really what the story is with them right now, but you've been thinking about them a lot because of the retrograde. This is a person that you had a relationship with in the past. This could be someone that you just kind of knew from the past. And just like you're wondering what could have been between the two of you. But the fact is, there was something that kept you from completely connecting in the past, and that's why you want to come back to it. That thing is a dynamic that was addictive between the two of you, and it could be just like this flirty game playing that made you start thinking about them to the point where it just got stuck in your head. It kept going over and over again. It could be that the two of you had a dynamic that was like codependent, like where they were addicted to something and you were codependent with them, or vice versa. But what I'm feeling is like you didn't have the kind of connection where you could just say to the other person, I love you. Fundamentally, that's like what it comes down to. You could not tell them when you had a chance with them before that you were falling in love with them, that you love them. And like you don't feel like the chapter's closed until you can come back to it. Let's get some advice about that. Well. Retrograde. Going back. See if you can play it out again. Is this a good thing or not? What do the cards want to say about that? 8 of Swords is here. This is not the time. Somebody's hands are tied. Either it's your hands are tied or their hands are tied. It is not the time. Well, that's that. All done. Okay, that's enough, Pisces. That's enough. All done. No, I mean, like, it could be that you could be in a connection already. You could be in a connection with somebody already. So that's one thing. Is this something that you're willing to put your current, like the relationship or the connection that you've been nurturing, that you've been taking care of? Are you willing to possibly damage that connection in order to find out what's going, put your feelers out for this third party? That's for some of you. For others of you, or for both of you, the other person is not in a position where they're going to be able to hear you. Okay? They got their blindfold on, they're tied up, they've got swords around them. It's like they're like in the tower, but they put themselves in that tower, Pisces. The other person is, they don't want to hear love from someone else. And maybe that's the case when it was before. The reason you didn't tell them what you wanted to tell them was because they were not in a position to hear it. And that's still the case. And it doesn't have anything to do with you. Sometimes we connect with people and then we have to let them go. And it is okay to love someone and not be romantically involved with them. It's okay to wish them well and not talk to them anymore if you have to, because it's too hard to be around them without expressing your love or wanting to be with them. That's all okay. So what's like fundamentally, like, you've got to, come back here and be like, I'm okay. This isn't what's going on. Like, my feelings toward them is not going to keep me from being happy with who I am and where I am at this moment. And all things, it might be pain. I really get a sense of longing, of this like painful like longing for the other. And that's what I think, that's like part of that whole devil energy. It's like wondering what could be, and like an empty spot that's inside of you. And I'm so sorry that you're experiencing that pain. The more you focus on it, the bigger it gets. Remember that. And it can subside if you let it go. It will feel easier over time if you let it go. And maybe it could come back around again someday, but you do have to let it go for now. Because if it isn't right in front of you, if it isn't happening right here, right now, it's not real. And I feel like this retrograde is putting you in a position of fantasy, of falling into fantasy about what could have been instead of being in the reality of what is now. Instead of putting you in the position of loving the reality of what is now. So if it's right in front of you, let's do this mantra. If it's right in front of me, it's real. If it's not right in front of me, it's not. I love what I have. And I release anything that doesn't belong to me. Like it or not, those are your messages, Pisces. I love you. Make sure and check out your weekly messages. I post them every Saturday. It's just like messages for the week ahead and a meditation to bring it all together. I've also posted all of your monthly messages for June. That's what to embrace and what to leave behind. There might be something about that in there. I can't remember. I don't remember the readings once I do them. They're gone, right? But yeah, I feel like things are pretty good in your life otherwise, and it's just a matter of enjoying what you have here and now instead of longing for something that isn't yours, right? I love you, Pisces. You're so sweet.